Good evening, everyone. You're listening to Red Pill 78. I am the corruption detector, and this is your Red Pill News. Well, I hope you all understand why I've got this picture of popcorn on my screen here. We just learned from the president today that there is going to be a major announcement on National Popcorn Day, January 19th. Let's take a look at the president's Twitter. He says, I will be making a major announcement concerning the humanitarian crisis on our southern border and the shutdown tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m., live from the White House. I know I'm going to be there. I might even live stream it. This is going to be something big. I was saying before, I think that it's very possible the president is going to call a national emergency to get this border wall done, end this humanitarian crisis. He has given the Democrats all sorts of opportunities to come to the table and to negotiate, and they have refused. And Nancy Pelosi even tried to leave the country. I'm sure we remember that Nancy Pelosi and her friends in the Democratic caucus learned that they were, in fact, not going to be traveling abroad as they thought they had on the taxpayer dime. Once they found out, they were pretty upset. Now, I made a video about that. I'm still waiting for YouTube to approve it before I can release it. So I will touch on this only briefly. But I did want to point out that the president made this executive memorandum here. Memorandum for the heads of executive departments and agencies. This is actually from Russell T. Vought, the acting director of the Office of Management and Budget. And the subject is the executive branch support for congressional travel during a government shutdown. In light of the current partial government shutdown, the president has asked me to direct the heads of all executive departments and agencies of the administration on new policies in support of the legislative branch travel. Under no circumstances, during a government shutdown, will any government-owned, rented, leased, or chartered aircraft support any congressional delegation without the express written approval of the White House Chief of Staff, who is now Mick Mulvaney. Nor will any funds appropriated to the executive branch be used for any congressional delegation travel expenses without his express written approval. Departments and agencies shall continue to provide appropriate logistical and security support for such delegations. Further guidance following the shutdown will be forthcoming. So, not just the Dems, nobody's traveling, especially at all during a shutdown like we are seeing right now. Now, I just want to go back real quick, once again, to this post. Remember this day. Remember, I did a video on this previously. I said, watch out for January 19th. The president has just confirmed he's going to have a major announcement, hopefully taking care of this budgetary and humanitarian crisis. Remember this day. Now, what else was said? You asked for popcorn? Let's start here. Got the popcorn? Enjoy the show. And of course, this beautiful post right here, MAGA Promise. Get the popcorn. Friday and Saturday will deliver on the MAGA Promise. POTUS knows he must clean house government in order to free up and demonstrate who has authority in order to pass important legislation. This was always the priority. Remember, AG Sessions cannot look like an impartial player that is out to get all former Obama team members as we need him for other important work, which we've seen. All will come into focus. For anyone to think POTUS is not in control is kidding themselves. Also, he's 100% insulated with zero risk of impeachment. Fact. This is why it has taken as long as it has to drain the swamp, you guys. It is happening, all right? Now, you remember, of course, the article I went over the other day about the Rife layoffs. And it stated in this article from the American Thinker, right there, that there will be no immediate layoffs, what the federal government calls reductions in force, or RIFs, if and when the current partial shutdown passes the 30-day mark in 4 more days. This is actually going to be on the 22nd, I believe. If I did the math fuzzy the other day, but if you look at it, it said that the shutdown didn't start until January 22nd after midnight. So, maybe technically they're going to call it on the 21st, but we'll find out. As I explained yesterday in Trump's shutdown trap, federal law requires RIFs when federal employees are furloughed for more than 30 days. But after that matter was raised and widely discussed, the OMB issued a statement that indicates that it would require an actual reorganization plan that would make furloughed positions permanently identified as unnecessary in order for the furloughs to be RIFed. Okay, so I had a lot of people coming at me saying that these layoffs would not be eligible for RIFs. They would have to have a plan. Well, guess what, guys? There's a plan. This was sent to me by my friend on Twitter, Jackie, at Bane6Jackie. delivering government solutions in the 21st century. This is from the Office of Management and Budget, and this is under the tenure of Mick Mulvaney, who is now the White House Chief of Staff. Coincidence? I think not. This is a very lengthy document, guys. I will include a link for it down below, and I believe I'm going to go over it on the live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on January 19th. So if you're watching this, you're probably watching it either in the morning of January 19th or perhaps it's the evening of January 18th. But this is the plan. This tells exactly what they need to do and how they need to do it, and it shows exactly what's going to be taking place. So this means that those furloughs can be riffed. They can do a reduction in force. This is the actual plan to drain the swamp. Now we're going to listen to a video of Mick Mulvaney talking about this very plan. This was at a cabinet meeting when they were working out exactly how they were going to do it.
No doubt about it. But over the course of the last century, their role has continued to creep and creep and creep, and we can do better. So the proposal today, you'll see, makes some important changes to the Army Corps of Engineers. The thing that is really...
Thank you very much, and I think really terrific, actually.
Amazing. Amazing. Red Castle, Green Castle. This is how we are draining the swamp. Consolidation and reorganization. They are going to take these multiple agencies, merge them into more cohesive organizations with duties and tasks that better suit exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And we will make so many positions redundant. We will get rid of all this bureaucratic process and bloat. And we will save tons of money in the process. And this, my friends, could be the ticket out. I want to thank you, everyone, for joining me. I am so excited about what's coming tomorrow. Don't miss the president's announcement at 3 p.m. at the White House. I will let you know if I'm going to be live streaming. Everyone, thank you so much. Once again, I am Red Pill 78, the corruption detector, and this has been your Red Pill News.